Thank you for your interest in the Vector Control Program. My name is Allison Bray, and I'm a Supervising Environmental Health Specialist with the County of San Diego's Vector Control Program. Today, we will be sharing with you information about the services our program provides for the public and our funding proposal for the coming fiscal year. The Vector Control Program protects the public from vectors, which are animals like mosquitoes, ticks, and rodents that can spread diseases to people. We work throughout San Diego County, including unincorporated areas and all 18 incorporated cities, to monitor vectors, reduce vector populations when necessary, and teach people how to prevent vectors and stay safe from diseases like West Nile and dengue. In addition, we help thousands of people every year when they request our services. We protect public health using an integrated vector management strategy, which uses a combination of methods that work together to prevent vectors and vector-borne diseases in the most effective, efficient, and environmentally sustainable way possible. This includes public education, community partnerships, vector and disease surveillance, source reduction and treatment, and quality control and research. Our public education and outreach team works throughout the county to teach people how to protect themselves from vectors. In 2024, they attended 148 outreach events and presentations, gave out over 31,000 brochures, tip cards, and other informational items in multiple languages, and delivered a Fight the Bite media campaign that was viewed over 41 million times on billboards, online ads, and social media. Our staff trap mosquitoes, ticks, and rodents throughout the county to monitor their numbers and to collect samples for testing. Our in-house laboratory tests vectors for over 20 diseases, including West Nile virus, dengue, Zika, Lyme, hantavirus, plague, and rickettsia, and is seen as a leader in the state for vector diagnostics and quality laboratory practices. We use the data we collect to guide our field operations and to take swift action in order to protect public health. Our team also works to reduce vector populations throughout the county, especially populations of mosquitoes that can spread diseases. One way we do this, called source reduction, is by removing breeding sites for vectors like mosquitoes. Since mosquitoes breed in standing water, finding ways to drain water, enhance water flow, and prevent water from accumulating can all help to reduce mosquito numbers. We give advice on source reduction of both mosquitoes and rats during thousands of service responses for residents, and also provide guidance to agencies and local governments for managing their wetlands to reduce or prevent mosquito breeding. We also regularly inspect about 1,600 mosquito breeding sites and treat if necessary to control mosquito larvae and keep mosquito numbers low. Last year, we made over 6,000 larvicide treatments by hand, truck, boat, and even helicopter, depending on the site. We have multiple methods to choose from and will use a strategy that has the least impact to the environment while at the same time achieving the best results. For most of these treatments, we use biological larvicides that specifically target mosquito larvae, but are safe for people, pets, plants, and the environment. We also use mosquito fish to control breeding in artificial ponds and neglected swimming pools, and give these fish out for free to residents wanting to control mosquitoes in their own ponds and pools. Finally, we respond to reports of vector-borne diseases throughout the year and control adult mosquitoes when needed to prevent the spread of disease. Our integrated approach allows us to respond quickly and effectively to changing conditions and emergency situations. In 2024, a break in a berm near the border led to sewage-contaminated water flooding over 650 acres of land, which could have quickly led to a large amount of mosquito breeding and the possible spread of diseases like West Nile virus. We stayed on top of this situation by monitoring for surges in mosquito numbers, collaborating with other agencies and local residents, and proactively treating the floodwaters. We used highly effective strategies for treating the contaminated water and were able to keep mosquito numbers low, prevent disease, and reduce costs to the program. Due to a global dengue outbreak, last year we saw a drastic increase in the number of cases of disease requiring VCP investigation, up from 17 total in 2023 to 89 total in 2024, the vast majority of which were dengue related. In 2024, we also saw the first local transmissions of dengue within San Diego County, in Escondido and Vista. Whether locally transmitted or not, each case required a quick response to evaluate the risk to residents in the area. When necessary, the VCP quickly acted to reduce mosquitoes in these areas to prevent the possible spread of disease. These multi-day, time and resource-intensive responses included door-to-door mosquito inspections and treatments, larval and adult mosquito control, and enhanced outreach to the affected neighborhoods. Our staff responded to these situations 7 days a week, into the night and early mornings, to protect public health. As dengue levels remain elevated worldwide, we expect these demands on the program to continue. All our work is done in cooperation with a variety of different organizations throughout the county, including local, state, and federal agencies, airports, universities, schools, and of course, other county departments. Funding for the VCP comes from two sources, a service charge and a benefit assessment. The service charge has been frozen since 1996 at around $3 per parcel per year. In 2005, a benefit assessment was approved by San Diego County voters to provide improved vector control services to the county. Paid by property owners, the amount, which is $10.76 for the current fiscal year, is reassessed yearly and is supported by an annual engineer's report, which summarizes the program's accomplishments of the previous calendar year and describes the services and performance goals to be funded by the proposed benefit assessment for the coming fiscal year starting in July. The report also establishes costs of services and calculates special and general benefits received by properties to determine the benefit assessment rates. The engineer's report is prepared and certified by an independent third-party engineer, and when complete, can be read on our website, stvector.com. Our primary goal is to protect public health in the most cost-effective way possible, and we do that by making data-driven decisions and working to contain costs wherever we can. Each year, when calculating the proposed benefit assessment rate, Vector Control incorporates cost containment efforts. This includes strategic utilization of trust fund savings, as well as savings from program efficiencies and innovations. For instance, 3D printing has brought production of many pieces of equipment in-house, such as new and improved battery housings for our mosquito traps, which allow us to use stronger, rechargeable batteries. This makes our traps more effective and more sustainable. Another example is our use of high-quality aerial imagery to find potential mosquito breeding sources, such as unmaintained swimming pools, which reduces staff time needed at each site. And finally, our teams are constantly working to develop and refine new ways of treating sites that will increase effectiveness and efficiency, such as the use of a boat and a modified pond pump to treat hard-to-reach areas. The use of trust fund savings plus savings from program efficiencies and innovations totaled over $1.7 million, which is incorporated into the proposed rate for next fiscal year. We look at our rates every year to determine what is needed to continue providing excellent vector services to the residents of San Diego County. The proposed benefit assessment rate reflects, as accurately as possible, known costs required to continue to protect public health and deliver needed programs and services to residents throughout the county. We are facing cost increases in the coming fiscal year, most of which are out of our control, such as salary and benefit costs, increased facility and equipment charges, and the spread of new and emerging diseases such as dengue. Fortunately, our cost containment measures have helped to limit the increase that our ratepayers face to $1.60 per year, resulting in a proposed rate of $12.36 for a typical single-family home for next fiscal year. So what's next? The proposed new benefit assessment rate, as well as the continuation of the service charge, will be reviewed at a Board of Supervisors meeting anticipated in June. If the board approves the continuation of the assessments, they will be included and collected with property tax bills. The engineer's report supporting the calculated rate will be made available for anyone to read on sdvector.com. Looking forward, we are always working to improve how we protect our communities by being more effective, efficient, and accessible. We're continuing to respond to mosquitoes to prevent the spread of mosquito-borne diseases here in San Diego County. We're also working to expand access to our services by building new partnerships to better engage with communities across the county. Innovation remains a big focus. We're developing new tools with in-house 3D printing, aerial imagery, advancing testing methods, and exploring the use of drones to support mosquito surveillance and treatment. These improvements will help us stay ahead of emerging threats, protect more people, and strengthen our mission to keep the community safe and healthy. Thank you for your time and interest in our program. For more information and program updates, you can visit our website at sdvector.com and follow us on Facebook and X at SD Fight the Bite.